Okay, hello and welcome back to the letter. And I'm not sure where this is all gonna go. Or if she's gonna buy the house or not, basically, but we'll see. We'll see. Because I'm pretty sure that whole introduction of we saw someone, you left the door open, something's probably stolen, it's probably leaving a bad impression. So anyways, on I'm not even gonna bother pronouncing like I don't know. So yeah. Anyways, pretty sure I read this in the last video. Whatever, I'll say it again. Oh, probably someone interested in the mansion for its 17th century influence then. I won't hold it against her though. Despite the heresies and remaining uninhabited for years, the mansion's original fittings and furniture have been kept completely intact and restored to pristine condition. I suppose some people find that trip to the past feeling appealing, I guess. I don't know. After all, with what it offers, this place could also be a haven for people looking to live somewhere with a classic historical charm and scariness, cause it's haunted. So yeah, spoof.
Miss McCullough, I'm Rose Cooper,
Holla.
and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough.
Sure, soon.
In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Rose's confusion is impossible to miss when she glances at me, and I return it with an equally perplexed look. And against my better judgment, I blurt out the first question that comes to mind.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut. A flash of irritation crosses her face, but it instantly disappears under a mask of professional holy shit, I can't speak today. Detachment.
Yes. Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home. This is the Ermengarde Mansion, right?
Yes, the Ermengarde.
It is, but...
She pauses, possibly trying to find the right words to fix the awkward situation without offending someone. Suddenly, Rose nudges me with her elbow. Great. We'll check with our supervisor. I think that works. Relations gone up. With... Oh! Marina? Maria? One of the two. Maria? Just call her Mari. For short. So Mari's gone up. Okay.
It is, ma'am.
But Rose is still not on the
we weren't
list.
aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinch when she turns her gaze on me, but I stand my ground. Besides, it isn't like I haven't dealt with an awkward situation like this before. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in the 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is
I was
indeed
just
for
checking my
sale,
mouth was
ma'am.
actually still visible.
Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
She nods, seemingly in deep thought after I've finished. She appears to be a reasonable person. Anyway, given the proper explanation, she'd surely understand, after the whole thing of acting crazy is okay.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
With a slight wave of her hand, she leaves us. That seems to be the end of it. Both Rose and I breathe a sigh of relief. Disaster averted. I also didn't miss the thumbs up she gives me for doing a good job, but I can't help but swell with pride. So I've already prepared myself to dial the number to our Luxborn. Why is that shining so bright now? Luxborn office. Oh my god, it's shining everywhere. Oh my god. I'm sorry. It's not something I expect from visual novels. So Luxembourg office and check, even if she didn't ask for it. I will be very frustrated if for some reason something has already been decided without my or Rose's knowledge. That's a whole new level of unfair. I've been working hard on this. Moments later, Miss Colleg returns, looking a little frustrated, but with an apology clear on her face. I feel a little sorry for her having to go through all this trouble.
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Okay.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those.
Yes, and we're gonna meet the ghost again, aren't we?
Can you please get it for me?
Sure. Like, nothing's gonna happen to either Isabella or Rose, or probably Mari. I'll just call her that because I know that's shorter. And easier for me to say. Instead of Miss Colleg? Probably say that so bad. Rose takes a glance at her wristwatch before tossing me a set of keys.
Hurry! We've still got a few minutes to double check those papers.
Okay, got it.
So that's been updated with what? It's still the same day, yes? Yeah, same day. Okay, now we have a next page, which is probably just re-saying everything that's just occurred here. So the two of them disappear behind the parlor's door. Their departure brings with a stillness to keep me company, neither welcoming nor comforting. Alone like this, it's impossible not to think of what really happened. I wish the memory isn't as elusive as it normally is. Then again, Roseway said she didn't receive any call from me. Was it just paranoia? A temporary lapse after having heard all those tales about this place? Probably. I mean, if you check your pocket, you probably find the letter. I want to think of it as such. Better think of it as such so I could work in peace. Except a small part of my mind begs to differ, and if I'm going to be completely honest with myself, I want nothing more than to leave this place as soon as possible. I don't know what's in this house, and I don't want to know, because it's terrifying already. The keys Rose have just handed me dig into my palm. Its jagged edges creating shallow ridges on my skin from how hard I'm clutching it. It's a reminder of what I still need to do and why I've taken this job in the first place. Hucking my blazer closer to my body, I exit the house to get what Rose has asked of me. Just a few more hours, Isabel. Sell the house, get the money, and then get the fuck out. No! 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 We're going to go back there too. A flock of people have already gathered in the mansion's front yard by the time we officially open the door. Everyone's gonna die. I'm not sure whether I should feel baffled or underdressed. Standing in their presence. Men and women with wealth and status. All dressed to the nines in fancy suits and lovely dresses of varying colors. Pose the medium-sized crowd. Their necks, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold, glistening in the afternoon sun. Soon some even have ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. What the hell? I guess if you want to buy this house, might as well get into the era. I guess. I really hope there aren't any magpies living nearby like in the stories. Those birds will have a field day in this, I would imagine. They are murmuring among themselves, looking at the states, make sure it's recording. Looking at the states facade, praisingly. We can do this. We can speak English. Come on. Some arguing about whose mansion has this superior architect. Oh, what? Hello. Most of it stops as Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased at being ordered around. But what can they do about it? They're gonna buy a house, so shut the fuck up, people. Even if you're rich.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
Hearing this, a few wander to me. They're mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Well, of course. Please don't tell me a crash. Okay, there. Okay. Face looks odd. I don't know why. I don't know. I've just been slowly getting used to Mari's and Rose's features. I'm like, I don't know. Something about it seems low quality. Just, I don't know. I probably need to restart the game after this recording. Maybe fix it. Maybe, but we'll see. Miss McCollig also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you! When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you!
You the ones hired her?
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, ma'am.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
I don't like you. You sound creepy and scary.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Oh, Marianne. Okay, that's how you say her name. Okay, Marianne. Ah, they must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before. Some magazine or the television? I can't quite remember. But then again, most of our guests have likely ended up on the news, one way or another, because they're rich. I won't be surprised if these two already have. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as loudly as others. And in their simplicity, the couple stands out. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people in my group, especially the men with wandering eyes. The guy standing beside her doesn't seem to mind, though. If I'm going to be a bit bolder with my assumption, I'd say he's basking in the attention. I wouldn't be surprised. Both of them, in fact. I think they're brother and sister, if it wasn't for their public display of affection. The matching ring on their finger just cement the fact that they are indeed a couple. Whatever. Couple or not. What's important is we get this deal closed before the current owner can even think of canceling the listing. I just hope one of the people in my or Rose group is brave and generous enough to buy this mansion that is clearly haunted. No one's seen it. And so with papers in hand, I lead the way to their death, probably. Most likely. That's not gonna go well. When they aren't whispering among themselves or going, ew, ah. One thing or another, they ask questions. From how the restoration process went to the history of the place, I answer them all without telling them it's fucking haunted. Get the fuck out of here. Really, why you want to buy the house? More than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture, mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend, because, you know, not gonna go well. Not good material for sales talk, even if the entire population of Luxembourg knows about it.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
Even the glass thing. Colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope.
I forget what they're called too. So you're not alone, this lovely lady, I guess.
Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde. The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it.
Stained glass, I think? No, I don't think that's the name of it. Whatever. I'll move on. I'm just gonna think like, what's the name of it again?
It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I've stopped talking, her attention is already elsewhere.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
For what? The place is big as is.
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
It is splendid, ma'am.
Ma'am, okay. I don't know, for some reason my mom went like, Mom? What? No, it's ma'am. I'm crazy already. Okay, so it's just updating us on what just happened. Okay.
But isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything. Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
The rest of their conversation gets lost in the chatter of our companions. I don't want to make any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me some semblance of hope. Oh, please, please, please. Please let these guys buy that one. And probably get killed in the house. They're gonna die. Eventually our group reaches the kitchen. I'm not expecting something to freak me out right now for how nice everything's going. I don't like it. Much like the rest of the house, a great deal of effort has been put into painting the rooms, classic appeal, and what's with that door? Is there a cellar? The open hearth at the end of the room in particular looks amazing, like the ones I've only seen in fairy tale books. And mad props to the cleaning crew. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks and how much of a pain in the arse cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Kudos to them, I guess. Or make it look presentable, at least.
The highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Are you sure?
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
He seems excited for that. This is the first time the guy in gray speaks of Mr. Luke Wright. My memory supplies from the forms they signed earlier. His attentiveness catches me off guard. Since the start of our tour, only his wife has shown any form of genuine interest in the place. But this time, something lights up in his eyes at the mention of the Undercroft. What's so interesting about Basement? I really don't understand rich people sometimes. Whatever. They can have their fine wine for all I care. Right now, he just gives me the impression of a child who has seen what he absolutely wants for Christmas. I've always found it cute whenever I see children act that way. My younger sibling especially. On a grown man? It's almost funny.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
That's a lot.
Truly. And the room, how was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar had been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room. It's a good place to keep your private collection in if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
And this isn't big enough. How big of a mansion do these people want?
It's space you're worried about, sir. The Ermengarde Mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
There was a contemplative expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, if only a little. I smile to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincere interest and imagine that's probably going to kill him. I'm just saying. Score! Can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room in the ground floor and are heading to the parlor. Funny, the first time BRC had us survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now I can't even bring myself to care how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale? What? Okay, it's just saying where we're at. Okay, so this is the parlor. When we reach the parlor, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as a small goosebumps on my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear, shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. Chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out into cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. I can
Excuse me? Everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared.
Well, fair enough to stop here. Had a good time. Andrew's probably gonna die now.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
At least she's keeping a straight face right now. I let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out my lips in a silent prayer. Till a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
Something's gonna happen.
What a hard worker. Anyway, Isabel, right?
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana.
Hana, okay.
I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stopped. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, placing by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she has tasted a particular sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem.
Yeah, but what if someone else bids higher than you, lady? Lady Hana?
And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well. But really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person.
Oh, okay.
But you
Fellow
see,
dogs.
this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would
Okay.
the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
Sure. Totally just that. It's only 20 minutes in, I feel like they've been gone for a while now. Now I'm just paranoid, I'm like, is everything gonna go well? I don't know. Things haven't gone well. I can't help but send an imploring look as Miss McCullough, who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did,
Sure.
Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
Just forget the okay.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and... What's this?
Huh? Wrong papers. Abort, back out. A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
An interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this?
Uh-oh.
Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should
Okay.
have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this font.
Just take the fucking paper out of their hand, goddammit. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? But that's what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. But the way Ma'am Hannah's leading conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I
That's
do
good to
interrupt her.
hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Could you hand back the paper now?
You don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
I turn now, just hand the goddamn paper back. Smiles back on her face when she turns to me, hands me a stringy
I
piece
would
of paper.
still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, flare in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip, breath grows labored. Dread quickly fills my
Isabella?
mind.
Isabella? Are you alright?
Rose?
You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlor. I want nothing more than I want nothing more than to say that no, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place because I remember everything as clear as day. Story updated. Okay, the letter and that woman, the attic.
The
It's
letter.
real.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without looking like I've gone mad? Oh shit. Can I save right now? I'm gonna fuck this up so badly right now. I don't know how to deal with this right now. Cause hold on. Relation. Let me look here. She's not on the list of characters that are important. Hannah, Marianne? Powers of the same name? I already forgot. Marianne, Rebecca, Ashton, and Luke. We've not met Zachary. I don't know what this means though. Let's not show the letter so everything runs smoothly.
Rose,
Oh! It went up with Marianne. Oh. Words are stuck in my throat. I want to tell her, I really do, but is she going to believe me? Probably not. She already dismissed me earlier. It's a concussion, she said. It's not. There really is something in the house, in the attic, in that letter. It's going to go after us. Please believe me.
Is Isabella alright?
Ma'am Hannah's voice breaks through the haze, beginning to cloud my mind. Rose was looking down on me, worry etched on her features. I didn't even notice when she removed the wrinkled paper from my hands and pushed me down to sit on a nearby chair. From the edge of my vision, I could also make out Miss McCauley passing food server for a glass of water. So they take the paper out of hand. Great. Through it all, Mr. Wright stands in the sidelines. Although curious, he appears more inclined to watch the scene than help. They are all as likely to believe me as Rose does. To everyone, whatever's in the house is just a hoax. Cautionary tale for children.
Isabella, do you need me to call that ambulance?
I thought she was going to do it immediately. Whatever. Don't go with what you said earlier. Whatever. Fine. She offers me a drink, but I push it away. I need to get out of here before I cause an even bigger commotion. Clear my head, take a breath of fresh air. Anything to take my mind off things. No one's going to believe me
No.
anyway.
I'm just feeling a bit out of it. Excuse me. I'll be back. I just need to catch my breath.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behavior like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches
Isabella,
up to me.
wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, eyes after a fond smile spreading on her
Hey.
lips.
I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before.
I mean, there was a body in the couch, apparently, that you guys ran into. I'm just
If we
saying.
don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look,
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze to her hand, a small gesture to stall. Fingers are fiddling with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hands stiffen when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless, more as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can, but I have this nagging feeling that one way or another I'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
Wait, no, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
She clasps her hand together in front of her eyes, pleading for understanding, and I do understand, to some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself as the unlucky turn the situation has taken, or for her, I don't really know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
Okay. With the memory both burst into helpless giggles, earning us strange looks from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. Little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's better for me to step out this one for
I
now.
won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere.
That's gonna change
Let me
soon.
finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
Okay. We're not gonna live. Okay, so I'm gonna end it here because I've gotten long enough with this. Clear something big's gonna happen soon. And so, I know it's gonna take a while. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like or a vote button. If you want to see more, be notified what will happen next, hit the subscribe or follow button. Got anything to say it in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Comrades are gonna die. I just know it.